What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shades Tube, and thank you so much, guys, for tuning in tonight. Today is Thursday, February the 8th, 2024. It is 11:19 here on the West Coast. And y'all, I'm back again tonight for all y'all night owls to give you guys a brand new live. And tonight we're going to be talking about the company, watching the company that you keep, and we're going to talk about that Monique and D.L. Hughley situation that's going on. And I think I misspelled his name, but I have to check to see. I'm not sure, that I will correct it. But before we go on with this live, let me ask you guys to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. All right, thank you so much. Welcome to all my new subbies. Y'all, thank y'all for subscribing to Shades Tube and joining the family. And also, thank you to all my subbies that's been with me for the longest. I appreciate all of you guys as well. All right, guys, did you guys have a good day today? How was your work day? Did you get a lot of things done? I had a pretty good day today. We took our cat to the dentist today to let them check her teeth. She has to go back and get those teeth cleaned and get 2 or 3 of them taken out and stuff. And after we did that, I took my girls and my son to drive in the parking lot, like always, like I told you guys I was doing, to teach them how to drive and everything. And what else did I do? Oh, I did get a chance to pack some things up today. I can't believe it. It's taking so long to pack. And you know what? You never realize how much stuff you have until you have to pack because you're moving. Man, I got a lot of stuff, but I think I'm starting pretty much early. So I'm pretty sure by the end of this month, before the end of this month, I'll be done. Because, we are moving around the 28th. Well, really the 1st, but, I'm just saying the 28th because some of the stuff we're going to take out, I'm going to take out in my car and stuff. And the rest of the movers are going to, take out and everything. But yeah, that's all I did today. And I went to work and that was it. Trying to think what else did I do. It seemed like I did something else, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think that was it. But I had a good day. I really did. It was still rainy off and on here, kind of cold outside, but not like real cold or anything like that. I like the cold weather at times because here in Southern California, it's just like it's always good to have that cool weather come in so you can wear your winter clothing, because otherwise you can't even wear your coats. And I got so many jackets and coats, so when it's like cold like it is now, I just go and start wearing each one of my coats and stuff. Because I'm telling you, once this cold span is over, it'll be right back like it's spring or either summer here. So you better wear what you got, for winter when you can, because we don't really have. I mean, we have a little winter, but not like some other states and stuff. But it's beautiful here, so I love it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um, let me go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer first, because I always forget to do that. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And let me move this mic back some because I'm about to start messing up because I can hear myself talking. That's crazy, isn't it? All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this real quick. I do this every night. Hit these wrong things. Okay, so the copyright disclaimer. Where is this thing at? Hold on, let me find it. Okay, yeah. So the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, and etc. Y'all know it's scrolling across that little banner right there on the screen. It's also in the description area of this video. And once this video is over, it will be in the comment section. So everything that I say here tonight will be allegedly, anything that I'm talking about, something that can be incriminating and things like that is allegedly, or if I'm accusing somebody of something or something like that, hearsay and all of that. And that's it. Let's go ahead and start off with this live. All right. We're going to go ahead and do this topic real quick, these 2 topics. And then if I have enough time, then I will go over a little breaking news with you guys. All right. So get you something to eat. I don't know which I would be eating this late at night, early in the morning, but whatever floats your boat. Get you something to drink. I don't know what you guys will be drinking this early in the morning or late at night, but whatever floats your boat. and get your relaxing chair or the bed and check out this topic tonight. All right, night owls, let's get it kicking. All right, now. So, anyway, guys, I was watching a couple of videos today, and other YouTubers before I went out today, and I was watching some highlights. Well, not really highlights, but I was watching some videos on some artists that we recently lost not too long ago. And it just made me think about this topic up here. Watch the company you keep. Because the reason why I say watch the company that you keep, because you never know what type of person you may be dealing with. You know, people not open. People can play like they're your friend. They can act like they love you so much. They can act like they have your back, and all the time, all in the whole time. That's what I'm trying to say. They would be plotting to make your life miserable, or even plotting to unalive you. So that's why you definitely have to be careful about the people that you choose to call your friend, lover, partner, or whatever, because you just never know. And I talked about this subject, I think earlier last year when I was going through some things. And from my experience, you know, with people, I just like to keep people like at a distance. You know what I'm saying? Even close friends. I don't tell anybody everything about me. I don't be so trustworthy of anyone, because people today will have you thinking one thing and they will let you down. You know what I'm saying? Um, we recently had some unalivings with Dolph, Mo3, and a bunch of other people where their friends, some of their friends are questionable. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, we got to really be careful when choosing people to associate with, even people to marry, to date, or whatever, because you just never know. And like I was telling someone, one of my friends, he had met this chick, and he was telling me as long as he was buying her things, giving her money and things like that, taking her shopping, taking her out to eat, she was all cool. But as soon as all of that had to slow down, she started acting, tripped out. And I was telling him all along, you it's okay, to treat women out, you know what I'm saying? And to treat them good and all of that. But you cannot go around here just flaunting your money and taking care of people, and they're not worthy, because anybody can tell you they like you, anybody can tell you that they love you, they want to be with you and all these things, and to get what they want to get. And then once they get what they need to get, then they change up. Or once you lose what you have, or you start slowing down, then they start changing up. Some friends are the same way. As long as you're buying them stuff, as long as you're treating them out to something, as long as you're being there for them to um, talk to you and you to listen, they all good and dandy with you. But as soon as you stop giving them things or listening to them, they're gone. And like I always say to people, one way that you can tell that somebody is truly your friend is if you go through a situation. Okay? Because only real people stick around when you are going through situations. Okay? Only certain type of people will stick around when you are going through certain situations. A lot of times some people disappear, or they don't really have your back. You can be rich, and if you lose all of your money, you would definitely find out who your real friends are, because a lot of them will disappear. I think I remember listening to MC Hammer, years ago when he was talking about something similar. When the money is gone, a lot of friends move along. This is why I don't understand why some people choose to use their money to get women, to get men, to get friends. Because the thing is, if your money runs out or if you start slowing down, those people don't stick around. And how can anybody feel secure or lovable or anything with people in their lives that are only there because they are giving them something? Those are not true friends, certainly not a true partner or anything, because real people stay regardless if you have money or if you don't have money, if you buy them things or if you don't buy them things. That's what real people, real friends do, real partners. So we definitely got to watch the company that we keep, because people can be doing so many things. You know what I'm saying? Just like, for example, if you know that you don't engage in certain type of activities, but you choose to deal with people who put you in certain positions that you don't want to be in, why would you be with these type of people? Why? You can't say, well, you shouldn't say because you're lonely, because nobody should want to be around people who can put them in certain situations, especially situations that can get you unalived, incarcerated, into altercations, or make you feel insecure or other type of negative ways. You should never want to be around people like that. We should want to be around people who we feel good around, who we can somewhat trust. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a messed up thing when you have a bunch of friends or a partner, husband or wife or whatever, that you cannot really trust. Because damn, if something go down, they're not going to have your back, like I always say. It could be even little bitty minor things. They're not going to really have your back. It's much like when people do crimes together. Let me stop. For real, when people do crimes together and you think your friend or your partner will have your back and then they rat you out, that's because from the get go, they never had your back. They were playing roles, they were playing games. They were never intending on having your back, because when people have your back, they actually have it. You don't even have any doubt in your mind that if something goes down, they won't be there. I mean, they will be there. You know they will be there. You know they will have your back. Those are the type of people, friends, partners that you want to be around, especially in this day and time when so many people be doing so many scandalous things, so many people be plotting, doing all types of stuff. So it's very crucial to watch the company that you keep, watch the people that you choose to get together with, because you just never know. You'll have a friend, even a lover, that would be acting all lovey-dovey with you, acting all friendly with you. That's your homeboy, your homegirl. That's your bruh, and all this other stuff. You know, that's your bitch or whatever y'all call them. And then these same people end up having you unalive, and then play like they don't know what happened. So that's why you got to watch the company that you keep, because you never know, you know, you just never know. This is why I believe in getting to know people really well before I start calling them my friend and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. If you have real true friends, right, you shouldn't have to worry about these friends telling certain things that you tell them. You shouldn't have to worry about that. And certainly when you have a partner, you know, that you should be considering your friend at first. You know what I'm saying? They should still be your friend even when you are together with them. And you should be able to trust telling them certain things and trust that they won't tell anybody else, even if you guys are mad or separate. If you have a partner that you don't think that this could happen like this, they would be like that in all situations, then that may not be something you should be dealing with. Just like even with friends. You don't want friends who go around to other people and basically tell them certain things that you have told them, or be jealous of you, or just be plotting and shit, just be doing all types of weird stuff. You don't want friends like that. Jealousy alone is a crazy thing, because that can make people do so many things. I mean, like deadly things. Because that's another reason why you have to watch the company that you keep, your friends and all of that. Because sometimes some friends be super jealous. Super jealous. And some of these type of people will plot and do all sorts of things to get what you got, or to make sure you don't have it. So that's exactly why you have to watch. Another reason why you have to watch the company you keep. Because all company is not even worth keeping. And that's on everything. All company is not worth keeping. And sometimes it's good not to have company if that company isn't worth anything, or if you can't trust that company, or if they're jealous of you, backbiting, all that other stuff. See, a real friend is somebody you can count on. A real friend will be there regardless, okay? A real friend is not trying to use you. A real friend is not begging all the time and always needs some all the time, because they also help. They also be there for you. You shouldn't have to bribe your real friends to do stuff for you either. It's just like even with YouTube. You should never have to bribe or tell your friends. You can ask them to come and watch your videos, but you shouldn't have to make people watch your videos, because if they're your friends, they should automatically come over and support you. Even if they don't stand there the whole time to watch your videos, they should come there to support you on their own. Okay, because see me, I don't like dealing with people who I have to tell to come and watch my show. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have to tell people to come and watch you, to me, it's not something that's genuine. You know what I'm saying? So, real friends, you don't have to tell or make do things. They do it because they are trying to show you support, just like you should be showing them support, because you guys are friends. Just like if you're dating someone, certainly if you're married to them and they have a channel or anything, the job, they're doing a project, you should be there to support them, just like they should be there to support you. It shouldn't be something that you guys are making each other do. You should do it on your own. Same thing with friends, like I just said. We have to make sure we pick good quality of friends. That's why I said, watch the company you keep. Because all company is just not good company. All company is just not good company. Like I said before, a friend is someone that you can count on, someone that you can somewhat trust. Because I don't trust nobody 100%, not even 90%, not even 80%, okay? For me, I only trust people maybe 50% or maybe 60, it just depends. But at least you should be able to trust them somewhat. You know what I'm saying? A friend should be someone, like I said, you can count on. They can count on you. They got your back. You got their back. You can talk to them about certain things. They will be there for you. You can be there for them. This is what a real friend is. Not somebody who constantly trying to get something from you. using, tit for tat and all that other stuff. Those are not true friends. Someone that's secretly behind your back talking about you and things like that and plotting, these are not friends. This is exactly why I cannot be friends with people who I can be cordial to them, but I cannot be like a real true friend. I basically just call them my associates because I cannot be really friends like that with them, with people who I was once into like an altercation with. We talked about each other because, and I'm not talking about people who are dating. I'm talking about straight up friends, okay? Because the thing is that when friends be arguing and stuff, a lot of these people mean exactly what they said. That's why they said it. And so if you're gonna say all this weird stuff to me and I'm saying all this weird stuff to you, we're probably saying the truth about one another. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point? Because we probably deep down inside don't really like each other. So what's the point of being friends anymore? I cannot be friends with a person who got mad at me and then go tell everybody everything that I said. Or be talking reckless about me. I can't be friends with somebody that does that because you can't trust a person like that. This is the same type of individual that will set you up and you don't even know what's going on or what's coming. So we definitely have to be careful about the company that we keep because certain type of people can put you in situations that you do not want to be in. They can mess up your entire daggone life. In some cases, they can even end your life, whether it be in the grave or incarcerated. So that's why we have to watch who we deal with. We have to watch who we deal with. Now we're going to go ahead and move into this next topic about Monique and DL Hughley. And I think, they had a long standing feud anyway. But I guess when she went on Club Shay Shay, I guess that's when it just broke it out, made it come all back out. All right. Anyway, let's talk about some things that she said on Club Shay Shay, first of all, so we can just know. So I'm just going to give you 5 of the biggest things that she said on Club Shay Shay that possibly made some people give her the side eye. Okay. Number 1 is that she addressed Tiffany Haddish for comments she made about her and her husband, Sidney Hicks, during an interview with GQ in 2018. She said, "This is my humble opinion, is where we keep throwing each other under the bus." And she said, "Well, I don't do business like that. Excuse me. Well, I don't do business like Monique do business. And I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers." Now, that's what Tiffany Haddish said. Okay, then after that, Monique took a breath and unleashed a clip on the girl Trip star. She said, "Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs." Now, that was in reference to Tiffany Haddish getting a DUI in 2022 and 2023. So again, Monique said, "Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs." Okay, and she said that, Monique said that back to Tiffany because Tiffany said, "This is my humble opinion, is where we keep throwing other under the bus." And then she said, "Well, I don't do business like Monique do business." And I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers. And then Monique continued, if you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up in what looks like you could have been grooming a child. Now, she said that in reference to the 2022 scandal between Haddish and comedian Aaron Spears, in which they were sued for allegedly coercing a pair of siblings into recording actually explicit skits, as reported by NBC. The accuser in the case later dropped the suit. Do y'all remember when that was happening? I forgot all about that. That is crazy. She said, I say all of that with no judgment, but when you speak about having a husband like mine, you open up the door. And I am saying, if you had one like mine, you may not sit in these positions that you can't explain the next day. Woo. Go ahead, Monique. Number 2, she accused Oprah Winfrey of overstepping her boundaries. Monique, long-standing feud with the media mogul, dates back to her appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 2010, as cited by Entertainment Tonight. During that taping, Monique felt blindsided when family members did not approve to be on the show appear in the episode, who downplayed the abuse she suffered by her brother, Gerald Imes. I tried to be respectful. I tried to call you first. When she had my family on her show, I tried to call you first. I tried to talk to you privately, but then you became the great mighty Oprah and you were too busy to talk. Well, now I'm going to talk about it. Monique explained. This moment has overstepped with me in so many ways. Then she called out Kevin Hart for allegedly dropping out of their deal. Monique recounted a discussion she had with Hart, who agreed to work with her on new projects. I tell you what, let's move past that. Tyler Perry not wanting to revisit their past grievances. And Mo, let's move past that and let's do some great things together. I will partner with you. I will executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do. She remembered Hart saying. Although Hart provided Monique with financial assistance that she eventually paid back with interest, he would later pull out of their deal. Monique says she reached out to media production company Edamar to inform them of her new alliance with Hart. 2 weeks later, Monique learned their deal had fallen short. Not Edamar, but it's Endemol, says we just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky. And Dave Beck, they got two different words for it. Either it's Dave Becky or Dave Beck because they have some typos here. So Dave Becky says Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. After that, Monique phoned Hart, who claimed it was all a miscommunication. We will talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it, Monique says Hart told her. According to Monique, that was 2 years ago. I never talked to Kevin Hart again, she noted. Number 4, she maintains that Oprah and Tyler Perry contributed to blackballing her career. Now, she's been saying that for the longest. Monique claims that prior to not wanting to do international press opportunities for Precious, she had never been labeled difficult. I never complained about the $50,000, the amount she earned for the role in Precious. I did everything I was supposed to do. It is when they started asking me to become a slave. It is when Tyler Perry and Oprah started asking me to work for free. It is when they started doing the bidding for whomever the gatekeeper was at that time. Goodness. The 5th thing she said, She says Al Sharpton act shady toward her during the onset of her beef with Oprah and Tyler Perry. Monique says after she sent audio of a private conversation between she and Tyler Perry, the civil rights leader responded, "What that man did to you was wrong, and you are like my daughter, and we are going to have to get him to fix that." After that, Sharpton, Al Sharpton's help appeared to be in limbo. We didn't hear from Al for 6 months. The next time we saw Al, he was on a podium talking about we don't need to fly commercial because we can fly Tyler Perry's private jet, she explained. I said that's why maybe I am not hearing back from him. So that was some of the 5 highlights that she did on Club Shay Shay. Now let me see exactly what did she say about Hughley. Hold on, y'all. She talked about a lot of people. I tell you that. Y'all, if you didn't check out that daggone interview, make sure you check it out because she really, those are just highlights I just gave out. She really went in on Club Shay Shay. So anyway, Monique opened up about her experience she had after appearing on D.L. Hughley's radio show, where his team, but not him, made her play a game of Would You Rather that turned ugly. Y'all remember when I used to play that? I used to do that game, I think it was on Mondays and Thursday. That was fun. I need to bring that back. Anyway, she said the question was, would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a prophylactic or Corrine Stephens without one? They asked her. I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? She called Hughley after the incident and was greeted with a rude, yeah. He told her that it was how they do it on the radio show. It got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist so it never aired, she added. That's how the whole thing got started. So that's what they got into the situation about because they wanted her to play Would You Rather that turned kind of disrespectful. And they start asking her, would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a you know what on, a prophylactic on, or Corrine Stephens without one? So Monique did not like that question. She was like, how does that uplift the community? She probably felt like it was disrespectful. So anyway, Monique said that he faced criticism from Hughley throughout the years, calling her bitter. I think, and she said that her husband didn't know what he was doing as her manager. Wow. Mm. They later performed at a comedy show together where she was the headliner, but he showed up late in an apparent effort to strong arm his way into the headlining slot. She called him out during his set, labeling him a coward. Mm. Now, Hughley has since responded and called Monique a liar. So again, Monique said that he faced criticism from Hughley throughout the years, calling her bitter. So I guess they mean she faced criticism from Hughley throughout the years, calling her bitter, and that her husband didn't know what he was doing as her manager. Okay, it's a lot of typos here. I don't know why they don't edit these things correctly, but anyway, that's what be happening sometimes, and I be trying to correct it when I'm reading. So, that's crazy. So let me skip up and go to this other story I have regarding that. God, y'all just don't realize how hard this is. It's not as easy as y'all think it is. Trust me, it really isn't. Okay, so here we go. Wait a minute. So she was on Club Shay Shay saying all this stuff about D.L. Hughley, why she was feeling some type of way. Okay, so let's see what else is here. So anyway, D.L. Hughley isn't taking Monique's latest critique sitting down. He accused the actress of constantly throwing the rock and hiding the hand. Okay. Also, while she was on Club Shay Shay, Monique discussed her deteriorated relationship with D.L. Hughley. She, like I just told you, she explained the origins of their beef, of their beef. I mean, which I just told you guys about. Um, she addressed Hughley as the one king of comedy who missed a stray from Cats episode. Monique explained the confusion that stemmed from who was headlining in an event in 2022. Okay, now we already know about how he disrespected her and her husband with the game Would You Rather. And she, like I said before, she did say that she, called DL directly to address the issues with the game, and then he was tripping. He acted like it was cool and said that that's the way they do it there, you know, and obviously that left her feeling some type of way. And then she said she did that cease and this, what is that called, cease and desist or something like that. I think that's what you call it, so that she can prevent them from airing that episode on TV or wherever they was going to air it at, on the radio or wherever. Which I don't blame her, because that's a crazy ass question to ask somebody. And then let's see what else she said. So anyway, when she was after she finished saying all of that, like I said before, D.L. Hughley went on social media to clap back at Monique. He uploaded a video on his Instagram with a few choice words for Monique. Okay, I guess here are the words right here. He said, the reasons lies and false narratives continue to go on and circulate is because they go unchecked. What you are not going to do is call me out my name and not get checked. Monique is a liar. And that's how Hughley captioned the post. And that's exactly what he said. She is constantly throwing rocks and hiding her hand. You don't get to tear people down and soften the blow by calling them brother, sister, sweet baby. That's not love. Far from it. I'm sure, like, thought, what? I'm sure, no, what the heck? Okay, he said, I'm sure Ike thought he loved Tina too. Apologize, he continued. I will never forgive or forget the way you tried to manipulate my daughter's trauma to fit your sick narrative. I don't play when it comes to mine because I love my family for real, and they actually love me back. Wow. So that's what he said. So here's the actual audio. I'll let y'all hear. Hold on.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. And so Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host, Jasmine Sanders, played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she says she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who as a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does. She has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says D.L. Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. Wow. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? Wow. How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. Because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people. Except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. Damn. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you? Not even your family. How do you... Well, I was on the road, get it. I get it every goddamn week.
No, he doing some cussing.
Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. Woo! It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always
hold on. To. Wait. Got that right. You definitely can't buy. You definitely can't buy love. But you know what? A lot of people think you can because they think that money of theirs can buy everything, and that shit ain't real. I was just talking about that with friends. You can't buy people for real. You can buy them, but they're not really for real for you. They just there because of that damn money. Once that money go, they're gonna be gone too. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Dio. Are you finished? Okay, he was finished. He said a damn lot, man. That is now listen. You can go on Twitter and view that because if I would have showed you the video himself, you would see that it does not look like he's lying. So I mean, I don't know now. Because anytime when people get into like disagreements and stuff, there's always like three sides. Everybody got their own side, the way they see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that this person's lying, this person's lying, because people see stuff the way they see it. Now he said that game he played with everybody. Yeah, okay, cool. You can play that game. I play it on my lives. I play Would You Rather, but certain questions, I mean, come on now. Certain questions, I don't know. If you know certain people, right? I think if you know a person, like D.L. Hughley and Monique knew each other or know each other, you probably would know what type of questions that may set them off. So Monique didn't like that question. You see what I'm saying? She didn't like those questions, So she felt some type of way. She felt like she was being disrespectful. So, I mean, I can't blame her with that one right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think he said Monique, did he say Monique called him or not? I can't remember. She said she did, though. And she said that he was like, I think he was like saying that he basically played us with everybody and yeah, whatever. And I guess she didn't like that either. She also said she filed a cease and dismiss or I think that's what you call it. Basically to stop him from airing that. He said he pulled it on his own. So I don't know. That's a damn trip. It's right here anyway. He got it, the whole thing. I just read it anyway. I mean, he said more, I think, in that little audio right there than what they have written. Let's see. Yeah, he said more than what they actually have here. Hold on, let me see what these people are saying in the comment section. I mean, Somebody said, at what level in life do people stop capping on each other? These people are filthy rich and still not happy with life. Grow up. Well, it's not that they're not happy with life, I don't believe. I just think that just because you're super rich, it doesn't mean you can't experience some of the same things that regular people experience. People experience this throughout life all the time. So being rich, I mean, does not make you immune to all of this type of stuff because people are still going to be people and they are still going to act in certain ways. Money doesn't make you stop doing everything that you probably normally do. This may be them. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said that's just it. They don't have a life. Okay. Um, Brody said she was way out of pocket for bringing up that man's daughter in her trauma, then making false and insensitive statements about DL in reference to it. He said that was completely foul. It makes her look mentally bitter. Yeah, if she brought up his daughter's RA, I mean not RA, but being molested and and made insensitive statements, which he says she did, that definitely is, out of line. You know what I'm saying? You don't really bring the kids into it anyway, especially if a child has been molested or anything like that. You don't need to be talking about that. So I don't think that's good that she did that. You know, it doesn't make anything better anyway when you go and start going for people's families and especially the kids and bringing up stuff that you don't want the public knowing about. So another commenter named James said, brothers and sisters, do you realize you are being used to divert our attention from real issues that affect our position in this country? Most of us aren't blessed with financial security. You are attacking each other when you should be supporting each other. That is true. That is so true. But you know what? This goes on in everyday life with everyday people. So again, celebrities or rich people, whoever, are not immune to this. Basically, people do this and they are being used, okay, but they're using themselves, okay, more importantly, because why even um, do all of this, especially on social media? You can have disagreements with each other, but I don't think it should be, like something that should be putting out there in the public, letting everybody know this is the issues that are going on. You see what I'm saying? Some things you can just do it in private. Carolyn said, I am really tired of her whining and complaining. Just shut the F up. I see why you didn't get work. You are messy. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Hold on for 1 second. I got to go start this dryer. Hold on. And while I'm at it, let me get a sip of water because my mouth is dry. When you be talking, your mouth just get dry so quick. Okay. All right. So yeah, she do be talking, I'm not gonna say complaining and whining and all of that, but she do be addressing certain issues a lot. I'm gonna put it like that. Okay, so Shireen said that would be in a that would be an irrelevant, absorbed, jealous, delusional woman who is a liar. There, I fixed it. All right. Let's see what else some other people said. Somebody said, I bet she would quit effing with him now. And then Donna said, shaking my head, y'all need to quit. Um, you know what, y'all? It's like I remember on DL Hughley's show, he acts so much different than what you just heard on that Instagram audio. But that's why I say we don't really know these stars. You know what I'm saying? Because the persona, the image that they put on when they are acting is totally for their acting job at that particular time. You never know how somebody really acts. I'm shocked that he was saying everything that he was saying in that audio. But anyway, it is what it is. Somebody said, "Who is DL Hughley?" And then Anthony said, "That's what I'm saying." Okay, so John said DL is the man and Mo is a fat HO. Okay. Science said they too old to act like teenagers in high school. I agree. There will always be two sides to every story and argument. The alter egos and who's doing what is keeping the other person on edge. Be confident in content regardless of the shade because it only shows how weak the other person is and competing against others in the same fight. DL said his piece months ago concerning Monique, and she needed a platform to keep things going after being tuned out. It's sad to see the black performers who have made it act like this. That's true. That is true, Sonya. They definitely are too old. Damn, they just doing the same thing that you see every day on social media. That's crazy. Watson said, "This is sad. Also, this is what his show has become." Mosey said, "Pays a man to love her. LOL. A lot of that can be said about men like Rick Ross, Tyrese, Al Pacino, Mark Anthony. The list goes on." You got that right. You got some on YouTube. Let me stop. That pay people to love them. Let me stop. Shit. Okay, not just celebrities, shit, not just rich people. You got regular broke ass men that claim they have money that's paying people to be friends with them, to date them, to love them, to want to talk to them. There's all types of weird shit. I don't understand why people pay people to do these things. Hmm. And that said he's telling the truth. And another commenter said, "And nothing but the truth." Like I said, I mean, when you watch both of them talk, they both look like they telling the truth. You just never know, who is telling the truth or, who's not telling the truth or whatever the case is. Like I said, people see stuff from the way people see things the way they want to see it. Okay. And it may not be, we may see it as a lie, but it may not be a lie for them because they see it a total different way. You just never know how people look at stuff. That's why I honestly believe there are always, of course, two sides of the story, but it's basically more than two sides. It's three sides. It's your side, the other person's side, and the actual truth. And that's just on everything. Okay, Jackie said DL ain't even funny at all. Needs to sit his washed up ass down anyway. And then Angel said, "Damn Skippy, he never was funny. Steve Cedric was not funny either. Bernie was the shit funny as hell." Guest said, "I like D.L. Hughley. Not anymore." Shaking my head. I'm shocked to hear what he was saying. I mean, he could say stuff, but I'm saying the way he was saying it. These people are crazy. So somebody said Tyler Perry says she has a skunk scented CUNT. Last day was at Motel 6. Then Jacqueline said Tyler Perry is GAY. He ain't SCREWING nothing. Okay. But anyway, again, you just heard what DL said. He don't appreciate how Monique is running her mouth, saying certain things, how she brought up, pulled his daughter into it and his daughter's situation and some other things. Um, and he's just sick of it, and honestly, maybe she need to stop talking about it and then, maybe he won't say anything either and then it'll be over, point blank. Now let's go ahead and see what the other things said that I have. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I think let's see, this may be the same one right here. Let me make sure. Hmm. Yeah, that's basically, they're just recanting. They're just going back over what he just said in that um audio that we just heard. I don't know why people always got to go in on weight. When people be overweight, that's not a good thing. But it is what it is. That's why it's not good to be, basically, arguing. Yeah, this is basically going over the same thing that we just heard, and they just basically typed everything out. Yeah, he went in though. I'm just reading the whole thing that he just said. But anyway, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, we should never bring. She should have never brought up the daughter's situation. And saying what she said. If she said all of that, that's something that should have been left where it was at. You know, but maybe I don't know why she brought it out like that, but it is what it is. And as far as the game that started everything, I think that should have just been handled probably a little differently, and then maybe it would have had a different outcome. You know, Overall though, I think if one person stops talking, the other person won't have anything to say. You see what I'm saying? And it'll be over. It may not be like they probably still won't be friends or anything, but at least they won't be going back and forth out in public if one person stops saying stuff, period, about the other one or in return. Because it usually takes two people to argue. You see what I'm saying? If one person just shuts up, then the other person don't have no reason to go back and forth unless that other person has some mental issues, and then that person will keep on going even if you don't say anything back. You got people like that. You got some people you don't even respond back to their asses. You don't say anything, but they still mess with you. Those type of people got some mental stuff going on for real, because a normal person is not going to keep on going at a person if that person isn't saying anything back in return. That's why sometimes people do ignore people, because that usually works with a lot of people. Certain people it don't work with because they probably got some hidden things going on in that mind. Because how can you argue with somebody if they're not arguing with you, or they're not arguing back? So maybe if one of them stop responding, then maybe the other one will stop saying stuff. Period. And also, if people don't encourage that either, because sometimes people can encourage you to talk about certain things, you know what I'm saying, just to get whatever they need to get. So again, I just think as people, especially grown people, especially when you're talking about you're over 30 and things like that, I just think it's a certain way how we should voice our disagreements with each other, and that's just on everything. But if I get any more updates regarding this, I will definitely let you guys know. Again, DL Hughley is tired of Monique going on shows talking about him and saying stuff. So it is what it is. She talked about a lot of people though in this at that when she was on Club Shay Shay. She definitely did. This commenter right here said Monique needs to let go the anger and move on if she can get some of her career back. I think this person mean Monique needs to let go of the anger and move on, and hopefully she can get some of her career back. It's all dependent on her. That's what I think this person actually meant, who just typed that comment. Okay, so anyway, it is what it is with Monique and DL Hughley. All right. So let's go ahead and do some breaking news real quick, y'all. What time is it? We've been on here for about an hour. What time is it? 12:19. Okay, so we can do a little breaking news. So anyway, Jay-Z called out by MIA in an explosive rant. So let's see what they're talking about right here. I did read it earlier, okay? I did, but I don't remember it, so I have to read it. Hold on, y'all. Let me put this up here too. Okay. So anyway, it says Jay-Z and Rock Nation have been called out by MIA in an explosive rant in which she claimed she is not allowed to see her child. How does that have anything to do with them? But anyway, the British rapper went on a lengthy social media tirade on Thursday, February the 8th, making reference to Joe Biden, Julian Assange, I guess that's how you pronounce that, in the war in Palestine. Palestine. Is it Palestine? Is Palestine? I think it's Palestine. Anyway, the paper plane star initially wrote, Biden won't let me see my child. The longest processing is meant to be 2 months, and it's already been that. And shared a screenshot of an email claiming she is ineligible for a U.S. visa. She added that they basically saying I have to wait for a Republican to come to office because 9 months from now is the election. MIA then claimed that her 14-year-old son, Ikide, is currently staying with people convicted of ex trafficking. I'm not allowed to see my child for stealing food at 18 when I was poor, yet your government is okay with my child being with family convicted for child trafficking in sex cults. Okay. The difference between me and migrants coming in is that I can't vote. I'm paying US taxes too sick. She also alleged that she was denied a visa due to her support of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange in her calls for a ceasefire in the conflict between Israel and Palestine. Okay, where's this related to Jay-Z? Okay, here we go right here. MIA, whose child was fathered by musicians and businessman Benjamin Brofman, then alleged a conspiracy involving her ex-husband's prominent family and her former label Rock Nation, writing, my first custody battle was 2013. My child was 4. I was managed by Jay-Z, who ultimately was paid by Brofmans. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what this lady ranting about. So I'm going to skip over some stuff because she is ranting about a lot of people. Okay, so I'm going to skip on down. She also said the rapper who also used to be in a relationship with Diplo then took aim at Jay-Z and Rock Nation. She said the day I was served for my child, Rock Nation stopped all communication with me, and all my emails to Jay-Z asking for help was wiped from my inbox. My mind was broken into, and every lap was taken. I was trapped in Brooklyn on order served that restricted me from leaving Brooklyn for 15 years. Then she said, I had sex in Texas once in 2008. I wish my fight for my child was just with a random dad and not the entire cesspool of U.S. government in all global banking institutions, and now Israel war and military and industrial complex and a bunch of pedos. Like how this lady just going off. I mean, just she just said a lot of stuff, y'all. Really. Then she said her son was vaccinated without her permission. Then she said her child was manipulated and lied to. They said somebody pretended to be his mom. And she said that person is Beyonce and Solange's friend. This is crazy, y'all. Damn. Then she went on and said again, they vaccinated him even after calling me an anti-vaxxer and humiliating what? Humiliating my in the press for good 2 years and canceling my latest matter record from all promo and touring. Again, sacrificing another LP, yet they still vaccinating him at 12 to get at me. Then she said Jay-Z, Rock Nation, the Barfman family, Aurora James, and Hillary Clinton have not yet responded to the various claims made by MIA. That's what they said. So she made claims about all these people. It was so much. I just couldn't read all of this. And plus, her English or whatever is not good. So it's a lot of stuff. But, oh, wow. So she claimed that Beyonce is Solange's friend. What? So I guess Beyonce, allegedly, Beyonce and Solange's friend was pretending to be her child's mom. I guess, from what I'm reading. I'm not sure if that's what she meant. So this is what this, I guess y'all know what MIA looks like, but just in case you don't, I'm going to show you. And y'all probably can go and read this shit. This is a lot. She's talking about every dead going body, from the Clintons to every damn body, for real. And what she says could be true. I don't know. She done confused me in this shit. It's so much. But she said that Jay-Z was getting paid by Bronfman, I guess. That's what she was saying. So she's blaming him as well. Or at least she's calling him out. Let's put it like that. This is crazy. Anyway, let me read some of these comments. Maybe if I read the comments, we can get a better understanding. So let's see. Tina said, so many people are just clueless about what is going on right in front of them. Shit is getting real out there. What a broken company. Gail said someone needs to tell her she doesn't understand how the American government works, the policies and protocols that have resulted in her not being able to enter the U.S. have been in place for some time. And then Classy said, yeah, but they never were revoked until she spoke up about what was right, and now they are trying to silence her. Coolio said, hopefully she has learned to keep her mouth shut. She isn't Donald Trump. He is the only person in the USA that say what he pleases with no consequences to his lies. Okay. So somebody said that they asked that she lose custody for being on the road and the kid unsupervised. And then another commenter said her son is with his father. And they said she has issues. I don't know. I don't know. This lady sounds kind of She was mad. They call it a rant. Hey, Tony Bands, thank you so much for coming by, showing support. Hey, Nate, the Great Podcast. Thank you for coming by, showing support. Y'all check out Nate and check out Tony Bands and show them both some love and support. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back to this other page. I'm trying to figure out what this whole damn thing is about, honestly. Let's see. So somebody said that she lost custody of her child. Let's see. Somebody said she knew what not to do if she wanted to see her kid. She chose to do the opposite. If she really wanted to see her kid, she would have done what she needed to. She's seeking attention more than she is seeking her kid. I'm saying the same thing. Somebody said, what the F does Jay-Z got to do with this? Okay, then somebody else said, I stopped reading. Did anyone figure out if Jay-Z was the father? That's what I was trying to figure out. What they said that, oh God, I done got confused. They said that she started going off on calling Jay-Z out or whatever the case is, but I'm trying to figure out what? So I don't know what these people are talking about. This person right here said that well, everyone know he is a federal operative. Excuse me, y'all. He decides which rappers get jammed or boxed with impunity allegedly. He manipulates those who he views as fans. Yo Gotti was his last victim for 30 mil. Rest in peace, Nipsey, Dolph, and Juke. Gotti, that made you lame. Okay. Let's see. Oh, somebody said BITCHU was a one-hit wonder. Nobody sabotage your whack shit. Okay. I'm saying the same thing. Somebody said, what does that mean? Anyway, so she was convicted of a felony. Let's see. But she did say they was doing what's the name, trafficking, and she called them a bunch of pedos too. Somebody said she's off her meds. I mean, she was ranting. I guess she's mad. What I did get from this whole article, though, is that the fact that she said that the person was playing like, if I got that right, playing like they was her child's mom is related to Salon and Beyonce. That's what she said. So she committed a crime and her visa was revoked, I guess. So she was blaming Rock Nation, which is obviously Jay-Z and stuff, all the stuff that's happened as well. And she was blaming Biden and a lot of other people. So, oh, God. Another commenter said, this is ridiculous. It makes no sense to me. I'm saying the same exact thing. Alberta said, my advice as a mother of three is shut up and play their game so that you can get your child back. You're speaking out about all this stuff and about people more powerful than you. This isn't helping your case at all. But anyway, whatever I hope, whatever she needs to do, to get her child back, I hope she can get her child back, you know, and hopefully she isn't on drugs. I'm reading some of these comments, you know, again, I don't know why Jay-Z name was really mentioned in this because, I mean, he is part, Rock Nation, obviously, but I don't know. But then, like I said, she did say that um, a relative or friend of Beyonce and Solange was pretending to be her child's mom. That's what I gathered from that. I don't know if that's true or not. A lot of people are saying, what does this have to do with Jay-Z? That's the same thing I was saying. I missed this part too. Somebody else said, how was this Jay-Z's fault? Again, I missed that part. She needs to go and talk to the Child Protection Service to see if she can get what she needs to do in order to get her child back and go from there. And, whatever else she needs to do to get her be able to come back to the United States or whatever. She was going off so much, I don't even understand everything she was saying. I mean, she was going off into so many different people. I didn't even read half of this because it's just a lot of stuff. She was like, Biden won't let me see my child. She was talking about how long it take to process stuff. Just a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I guess she was just like breaking down on social media and hoping that people, somebody of importance, I guess, would see it. I don't know. That's a lot. She said she was not allowed to see her child because she was stealing food at 18 when she was poor. And she said her child is staying with somebody, a family or whatever, who has been doing child trafficking in, you know, um, the ex cults and things like that. But anyway, like I said before, hopefully she gets all of this squared away, um, and be able to get her child back. And need to do what she need to do to make sure that that happens. That's crazy. Yeah, I thought she said it. She said that Jay-Z was paid by Brothmans, and Brothman is the child's father. That's why she mentioned Jay-Z name. Okay, so there you go. That's why she mentioned Jay-Z's name. I had to go back and read that. Okay, so we got some more explosive information about Suge Knight. He says Snoop Dogg's wife is going on exotic excursions with other men. That is crazy. So let's see. Okay, let's see what he said right here. Anyway, Snoop Dogg wrote back and said, I'm praying for that brother that he finds peace. Anyway, Suge Knight caught wind of the comment and decided to aim his attention to Death Row Records' current owner. He went posted on X today firing shots at Snoop Dogg, saying he is praying for Snoop Dogg as well, but for a different reason. He said, you pray for me, Snoop Dogg. Okay, I'll pray your wife stops going to Hawaii with other men. Wow. Well, anyway, a lot of people on social media was like, Suge should have not stooped so low with his response to Snoop Dogg, while others recall Snoop's past problems in their marriage and feels his wife deserves a little me time. That is crazy. So Suge Knight said that Snoop Dogg's wife is going on exotic excursions with other men. That's a hot ass mess. We don't know if that's true or not, but it is a hot ass mess. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. And also in the news, y'all, those 5 Marines were confirmed unalive in California in a California helicopter crash. All right. And I know y'all heard about that when they were saying that they were missing. Anyway, um, they are confirmed unalive after a helicopter crash Tuesday in Southern California. On Wednesday morning, civil authorities found the crash site of the CH 53 East Super Stallion, which had been conducting a routine training flight from Creech Air Force Base, Nevada, to Marine Corps Air Station in Miramar. I know I just said that. It may be Miramar, California. I think that's how you pronounce that. 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing said Wednesday it was searching for the 5 Marines who had been aboard the helicopter. But on Thursday morning, it confirmed the Marines, members of the Wing's Marine Heavy Helicopter Squadron 361, had passed on. Anyway, they did not identify the 5 Marines, citing the military's policy of waiting 24 hours after notifying next of kin before releasing the names of service members who have been unalive. Anyway, they did say they will be grateful, forever grateful, for their call to duty and selfless service. And they also sent their deepest condolences and commit to ensuring their support and care during this incredible, difficult time. Anyway, they are investigating this helicopter crash, and efforts to recover the remains of the Marines and equipment have begun. And that's according to a news release statement. Anyway, my condolences are expressed out to their families and friends. That's a sad situation. It really is. And may they rest in peace. That is really sad. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next story, y'all. Hold on, y'all. What? Well, let me find the other one. So I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I told you guys about the, I think I did, about the 3 San Francisco 49ers. I think it was 3 or 4 who froze to the unalive point a couple weeks ago, I believe. I think I talked about that on my show. Anyway, they said that criminal charges are possible in the unaliving of 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans at a friend's house, and that's according to experts. Anyway, they are investigating that entire situation. Okay, and they said criminal charges could be filed in the unaliving of 3 Kansas City Chief fans whose bodies were found at their friend's home if their unaliving were caused by a fatal drug overdose and the drugs can be traced back to a supplier, a retired DEA official said on Wednesday. The bodies of David Harrington, Ricky Johnson, and Clayton McGeeney were discovered in a backyard on January the 9th. Jordan Willis, who was friends with the men, reportedly answered the door for police and claimed he had been sleeping asleep for 48 hours. Willis attorney John Persino did not return a call from Law and Crime, but Persino had previously released a statement claiming Willis didn't know how his friends passed on. Some media outlets have reported that Willis, a prominent HIV researcher, has entered rehab. Last week, family members of one of the three men told News Nation they had been told toxicology reports showed they had cocaine and fentanyl in their systems. Anyway, that raised the question if the official cost of, what, for the men is determined to be a fentanyl overdose, could the person who supplied the drugs be charged with a crime? The answer may not be that simple, according to Derek Moss, a retired DEA director of special operations. There is a law on the federal Title 21 where it's called distribution of a controlled substance resulting in DATH or serious bodily injury, and some of the elements are a little bit difficult to prove. Maltz said not enough is known about the facts of the case to determine whether criminal charges could be filed. He said the DEA focuses on drug dealers and dismantling their networks. Sometimes those organizations and their leaders can be charged with federal crimes related to overdose unalivings. But yeah, that's the trip, y'all. Anyway, they said, meanwhile, many questions remain about the unaliving of Harrington, Johnson, and McGeaney. It's not clear who obtained the drugs or from whom, because, like I said, it was later determined when I talked about this case. It was later determined that they had certain drugs in their system, fentanyl, and then the other one, the candy cane, which I call it. They had that in their system. So like they just said, if they can figure out who sold that to them, they may be able to charge that person. If they can find out, they probably won't even be able to find out. You know what I'm saying? It's probably hard to find that out. I don't know for sure yet. And one commenter said exactly that too. They said, he said they can never prove who brought drugs to the get together. This is a horrible tragedy, and people need to quit trying to find someone to blame when it was poor decisions on behalf of four friends. I agree. If they were out there getting messed up, and then one of them was laced with something or whatever, I don't know. That I mean, you just can't be doing all that stuff point blank. Let's see what else somebody else said. Another commenter said, listen, I have never done any of these drugs, but I have drank myself to sleep, coma. I went to bed while my friends were still up partying. When I woke up, I went to the bathroom, got myself something from my fridge, went back to bed. I was not looking around to see if they were still at the house. Call it what you want, but I wasn't caring what they were doing, nor were they caring what I was doing. I'm sure that guy never anticipated that three grown men were meeting their demise in his backyard. This is definitely horrible and tragic. Hopefully, lives can be saved by sharing this story, which I believe is don't do drugs, regardless of where they come from. That's crazy. So, all four friends took the drugs. They know who sold the drugs. Those families should be sued for slander after treating the one who survived when they all use drugs. Hello, he probably stopped partying, and that's why he only passed out for 2 days and didn't pass on. He could go to their funeral. What? He could go to their funeral or nothing because of his friend's family. Sue their asses for spreading false information. They should have known damn well their kids did drugs. I don't know if they're gonna know that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know that their grown ass kids do drugs. You know what I'm saying? These were grown ass men. How would they know? So somebody said, I think three went outside to smoke, cool off, whatever. They lost consciousness and froze. The fourth guy had to be near, you know what, on his couch in a warm house to not know he was out for 48 hours. Again, it's going to be kind of hard to figure out, who sold those drugs to them and stuff. In like this other person said, three of them probably was outside, went outside to get cool off, to get high or whatever. And then they probably got so messed up from the drugs, passed out, and froze to, what. And the other friend who was in the house, he probably was messed up a little bit too and fell asleep, off the and just fell asleep. And he was on the inside, so it was warm there. So of course he couldn't freeze to, what, because he was on the inside. If they all would have been on the inside, the other ones would have been still alive. But anyway, they like I said, you got to make better choices because I mean, one simple wrong move can just mess up everything. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So one commenter says, sad story, but seriously, three addicts are unalive because they took drugs. No one made them. No one forced anything down their throats. They are unalive by their own stupidity. I hope this is a wake up call. I don't know if they were drug addicts. I mean, they may just been getting high. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, they made the choice. You know what I'm saying? To take these drugs. You know. Somebody said I thought they froze to unalive. They did freeze to unalive. But what they're saying, I believe, is that those drugs played a role in that because they felt, they lost consciousness outside or whatever, from the drugs. And so it was freezing out there. It was really cold. So since they lost consciousness from the drugs and froze, the drugs are the reason why they lost consciousness. Okay, so that's why they try to figure out who supplied the drugs to them so they can possibly charge them. Somebody said it's obvious the three men overdosed and were then taken outside. And they said the homeowner supplied the drugs. I don't know how true that is, y'all, now. That's crazy. And somebody else said there's no proof that that other dude slept for 48 hours either. They say he could have been getting rid of evidence and making a plan for those 2 days. You just never know. He could have been doing all of that, but we don't know for sure. It's so many things that could have transpired that entire time. You know what I'm saying? Oh wow. So you say you multitasking? I'm gonna have to watch those videos. They created a monster. Well, you know what? It's good that you like, doing that, doing those videos and stuff. They fun. I was supposed to do a video today, a short, but I didn't get a chance to because it was dark. So I'm gonna do it tomorrow and stuff. But the other one did enter rehab, so I still don't know if I would want to say drug addict. You know, I think they was hyped up about the game, okay, and they just got together, bought some drugs, went out. I don't know if they was doing the drugs on the inside and outside or whatever the case is, but they got outside for whatever reason, and then I believe they just passed out. You know what I'm saying? And then just froze because it was super cold out there. You know how people be going outside, and then I think the other dude was out there with them or stayed inside, and he was passed out himself for 48 hours. I believe that's what happened. Let's see what somebody said. Cannot believe these three men were addicts. Where's the fifth person? But who said they were addicts? Okay, you could just people be taking drugs all the time. That don't mean that they are strung out on them. Like I said, if they would have been on the inside of the house where it was warm, they probably would still be alive. They went outside, you know. I don't know if they went out there on their own or what, but I'm pretty sure the police was looking at everything and then investigated everything, and they still are investigating it. And I think they would be able to tell if somebody dragged bodies. So I believe they just was outside. They probably went outside, was getting effed up, and then they passed out. And if you passed out from drugs like that, and you pass out, you basically asleep or whatever, you can possibly freeze to if it's freezing cold outside. And the other friend just stayed inside. And I don't know what happened to the other person because it was five people there. Somebody said, I know I would catch hell for this. I don't know what they try to write right here. They made the decision. No, they made the decision to do drugs. It is tragic. They passed. Did they take it before arriving? Don't know. Did they take it after arriving? Don't know. As a grown person, you decide what you arriving going to do. The two survivors should have been treated as well, but we're not. This is most likely because they did not know drugs were involved till the report came back. As for going into rehab, I have my opinion, as does everyone. Did he go because he knows something, or did he go because his friends passed on from overdose and it pushed him to the edge? So many variables. It's hard to really know. Five people know, two, eight not talking, and three cannot. Condolences to the family if the three, I mean of the three, no one deserves to lose a child. Okay. Somebody said something awfully, something very fishy about this. Okay, so Sherry said, I know the cops have questioned everyone. Let me see where we at right here. Everyone who was at Willis' house that day, but I think that they should question the fifth guy who was there for only a few minutes. There hasn't been much said about him. He may have been a delivery guy who sold the drugs to them, and I think everyone knew him and trusted him. Also, he would not have known that there were even fentanyl mixed with the candy cane. That's my opinion. As for facts, that's up to the investigators in the case. Till then, all we can do is speculate. I believe the fifth guy just left because he didn't want to do no drugs. Okay, he might have just left because he didn't want to do no drugs. The other ones wanted to do the drugs, and then they did the they had the other stuff with it, and that's the one that probably made them um pass out like that, or either it unalived them and then they just frozen to they froze to what. I don't know. But they did find all of those things in their system. So it is what it is. Somebody said it could have been Spike, but I don't know about that. I honestly believe they was out at that house getting effed up because, the game and all that, 49ers fans, all that hooking up together like people do, having a good time. I bought that, the candy cane, it was laced with fentanyl, and, they took it. And I don't know if that unalived them first and then they froze to, what, or if they just passed out and then froze to, what. But whatever happened, I believe because they was out there, getting high and had the candy cane laced with fentanyl, however they do it. And then, of course, it either made them pass out or either it unalived them and then they froze as well, And I think the other person was inside, effed up too, passed out, and, was asleep and didn't know that the friends was out there because he probably was in the twilight zone himself. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's gonna be tripped out to find out exactly what happened, if they can actually find that out. Because the other dude was asleep, so he don't know what happened. And I guess they didn't have no cameras out there or anything, so it's kind of hard to say. But anyway, I will keep you guys abreast of this. This is crazy. I definitely will. And my condolences are expressed out to these three dudes, family members, and friends, and may they rest in peace. That's a daggone shame, y'all. It really is. Hmm. One more story. We are getting ready to get out of here because it's 1 o'clock. It's almost 2 hours, and we are getting ready to get out of here in 1 second. So they do have a class action lawsuit involving a prominent food brand. The Lions Magnus Food Service Company agreed to a $3.5 million settlement this week. The lawsuit alleges the company neglected to notify customers about a potential bacterial contamination in some of its drinks, including milk. Lions Magnus, known for its beverages, frozen desserts, syrups, fruits, and other products, denied the allegations, but the firm has still agreed to the settlement to resolve the suit, according to Top Class Action. Customers who purchased Lions Magnus products between April the 1st, 2021 and October the 27th, 2022 are eligible for a one-time disbursement from the settlement pot. They must have purchased the item for personal or household use, not for resale, but a receipt for proof of purchase during that time is not required to be eligible. According to the terms of the settlement, those customers who file a claim without a receipt or document showing proof of purchase within the time period of eligibility can still obtain funds from the pot. The amount will be estimated as the average retail price for up to two covered products per household, along with a 10% additional amount considered sales tax. So that's about what? Milk is about 6.12. So that's about 15 or $20. Anyway, for those who do have proof of purchase with their claims or claims, they will receive a refund. They will receive a refund of the full purchase price of each product plus the sales tax. All right, let's see. So they said an average one-time payment amount has not yet been determined either, as a final approval hearing is scheduled for April the 9th, 2024. All customers looking to file a claim still must act fast before the time runs out, as the claim deadline is set for Friday, February the 9th, today. So the site you go to, let me see, is because you just got to the day, and I hope it wasn't at 12 a.m. because if it is, then it's over. So you can probably just type in Google. Um, Hold on, let's see. You can probably type in. I don't know. You can actually go to the U.S. Sun where it says Americans can claim a one-time payment from 3.5 million milk settlement. You can probably go to Google and just type in you could probably type in settlement from the 3.5 million milk class action lawsuit. You may can type that into Google and it can come up. Or you can type in the Lions Magnus Food Service class action lawsuit. and then you probably can um, fill out that form there. I don't know if they mean 12 a.m. today, because if they do, then that means that it's too late, or if they're talking about the entire day. So you can go to, let me just type it up. You can probably type this into Google. Hold on, you can probably type this into, let's see, let's see, lawsuit. You probably can type this into Google, and then once you type into Google, it should show you the information. And then if it's not too late, you can, if you bought this milk or the milk products or whatever the case is, um, you can go ahead and file a claim. Probably gonna get nothing but about $20 though, but at least that's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just told you, I just got a check in the mail 2 weeks ago from Bank of America. You know, and it wasn't a lot, but it was okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anytime they do class action lawsuits and you guys know you have bought stuff or you use things or whatever the case is, you need to fill out those claims. Or if they did something like with T-Mobile or somebody like that, you need to make sure you fill out those claims. Somebody said, LOL, every class action lawsuit I have received payment for has amounted to a check of no more than $10 in the mail. Well, mine was like 100. I think I said 100, and then I don't know, the other one that I supposed to be getting, that should be about 100 too. So it just all depends. But that check probably won't be no more than about $10 or 20. Okay, let me see what somebody was saying. They telling you how much they think it is. Okay, another commenter said they received one that was $64. They said they was gonna give people about what it costs for two. So milk here is $6. So milk here is $6 in Cali. So that's why I said $20. They probably get a check for about $20, around that amount. Somebody else said they would probably get a check for about $3.27. It just depends on where you live, I guess. Because here milk is $6. Five is $6 per gallon. That's what it is here. But anyway, y'all, that is going to be it for this live tonight. We've been on here for an hour and 48 minutes, and we did go over a lot of stuff today. Just to recap everything, I'm not going to recap everything because I don't remember. Um, that is not a flying saw. These people are nuts. Hold on, let me save this for tomorrow. But just to recap everything, we talked about the Monique and D.L. Hughley situation tonight. Now we know exactly what her and his little situation stems from. It stemmed from, like I said before, the Would You Rather game where he asked about some disrespectful questions. That's how Monique felt, that they were disrespectful. All right. Then we also heard D.L. Hughley's response on Instagram, which was a hot ass mess. Then we talked about the Jay-Z being called out by MIA, even though, again, I'm trying to figure out how Jay-Z's name came up in it. But then we did discover that his name came up in that because MIA's baby's dad is Mr. Brofman, who paid, or I don't know if he still pays Jay-Z, but he did back then. And so that's why Jay-Z's name came up. And then she also said something about some girl was pretending to be her child's mom, and that person was either a friend to Beyonce and Salon, or either the person is a relative. So that's all allegedly. We also I forgot, I didn't tell you about this, but I'll tell you guys about that tomorrow when I talk about some effery type stuff. Then we talked about the three dudes who froze to unalive the unalive point. We just got to talking about him. I mean them. Okay, hold on. And they're trying to still determine exactly what happened regarding that. All right, they already know that they had drugs in their system. They had the candy cane in their system as well as fentanyl. So they are trying to figure out if they can find out who the supplier is or was so they can possibly charge the supplier. I don't know if they can find the supplier because they still trying to figure out exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? And then the fifth person, we haven't heard much of that person. It was like 5 people all together there, but one left. 3 went outside. That's what I'm assuming. And guess they went out there. Either they were already high, or they got higher out there. I don't know, but they ended up, freezing to what. And then the other person was in the house. He claimed that he was asleep for 48 hours. So there you go with that. Then we talked about I forgot what else we talked about, y'all, because I'm getting tired. We just talked about the class action lawsuit, and we talked about Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight, how Suge Knight lashed out at Snoop Dogg. All right. So excuse me, y'all. Anyway, that is it for this live tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Thank y'all so much. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to thumbs up, which is liking it. Also, hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming video, and subscribe to the channel. Again, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And thank you so much. Let's go ahead and do roll call, guys. Carl is here. Thank you so much for coming by, showing support. Nate the Great Podcast. Thank you so much for coming by, showing support. Nate, baby. Y'all check out Nate the Great Podcast. Show him some love. Tony Bands, thank you for coming by, showing support. Y'all show Tony some love as well. And I think that's it. Thank you to everybody who watched this in the bushes and everybody who watches this in the replay. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We are getting ready to get out of here. Let me take all this stuff down, y'all. I'm so glad I already took my shower. I took my shower and everything before this live because I was like, man, I'm not going to wait until after this live because usually when I wait till after this live, I don't even get into bed until like 4 o'clock. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and take my shower, go ahead and do my exercise, do everything that I have to do. The only thing that I do have to do is brush my teeth. Other than that, once I'm done with that, I can go get into bed and watch. I may put up a video. Or I may just watch some videos. I don't know for sure and stuff. I may watch them on my Apple iPad and stuff. I hardly use that thing, but I think I may use it tonight to watch some videos and stuff, study my phone and stuff. But I was like, forget that shit. I ain't gonna hardly. I'm taking a shower right now because it'd be a trip when you get off this dang on live at 1:12 and then you got to go in there and take a shower and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I went on and did all of that stuff. So now I can just go brush my teeth and then get ready to take my damn um, cough tablet so I can sleep good too and go my ass to bed. All right? I'm gonna punch you, boy. I'm gonna do a double decker. You know what a double decker is?
This.
That's a double decker.
This.
Let me see. Like, I thought I just made that up.
No, it's this.
So I know some things about boxing, huh?
It's
double
decker. Why'd you do
pop,
this?
Pop, 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 huh?
Yeah, but you don't do that in a real fight.
Oh, you don't do that in a real fight?
That was a trouble.
Well, you still got dimples, huh? I just realized you still got dimples.
Yeah, why don't they go away as they get over?
I thought they went away. I didn't know you still had dimples. He think he look good, y'all, with his dimples and stuff. But anyway, y'all, we are getting ready to get out of here. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Again, we're gonna talk about something crazy. Y'all know I'm gonna talk about aliens, because these psycho ass people talk about they see aliens, all types of weird shit. I may not talk about them. All right, but we are going to talk about something juicy regardless. All right. Oh, I forgot we talked about watch the company you keep. So make sure you guys watch that company you keep. Okay, stop hanging out with people that don't mean good, people who are using you, people you have to pay to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? People you have to buy shit for, because these are not your real friends. women you have to buy, these are not real people, that you should be hooking up with unless you want that type of confusion in your life. So watch the company you keep and choose your company very well. All right? And have a happy, happy night and a happy, happy life. Good night, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Shades Tube. Peace out, y'all. Good night. Oh, oh. Nah. Y'all, I'm so damn silly to be so sleepy. All right, let's put this up here, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And excuse any bloopers tonight, because y'all know sometime at nighttime I'll start getting sleepy and I just start saying all types of weird shit. And just doing the most. All right. See y'all tomorrow. Let's start this music up, y'all. Let's start it up. Hey.